right, we are live. It is about 2:05 on Monday, May 23rd, and this is the Committee on Real Estate. And it appears the invocation honors have been doled out to myself, and I will ask that everybody observe a brief moment of silence. Let's think of the folks that are continuing to suffer over in the Ukraine. Let's think of folks here in our country that are suffering from the tragic results of gun violence daily, specifically the folks over in Buffalo. And then finally, let's think about all the folks in our lives that are, continuing to deal with COVID-19, including our mayor and several folks that I'm in, close dealings with. Thank you. All right, I appreciate that.
Amen.
All right, first item on the agenda is approval of the May 9th, 2022 minutes. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Got a motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Hearing none, the ayes have it. Next item on the agenda is a request for the mayor to execute a memorandum of understanding between the city of Charleston and the Anson Burial Memorial Project Committee. Who from our staff has the honors? Ms. Copeland.
Thank you, Chairman Appel. So this is an MOU with regard to the Gilliard Memorial for the graves that were uncovered. This MOU, in conjunction with another agreement with the Coastal Community Foundation, will assist the city in community outreach and fundraising. This committee was created specifically for that. So once we perform all the community outreach and raise the funds, they will be channeled through CCF to pay for the project. Any questions?
Councilman Shade.
I believe that this went before the History Commission. And I think we signed off on this. So I move for approval.
Got a motion to approve. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Moved and properly seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all signify approval by saying aye.
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 All opposed? Hearing none, the ayes have it. Next item on the agenda is an amended lease agreement between KQC Investors LLC and the city of Charleston to extend the term of their lease to April 30th, 2023. Who from our staff has the honors? Ms. Johnson?
Yes, sir. I will address this, and certainly if Julia deems it appropriate, she can add. We entered into a lease in 2018 with this organization to rent at no cost, as far as the rental charge, 529 Meeting Street, which has served as our center that provides services to those persons that are homeless and those that are at risk of homelessness. And basically, what is before you is an amendment to that. Such that we can, we've been working to set up an interim center here called the Hope Center now instead of the Navigation Center. And we will continue to provide services for those that are homeless and at risk of homelessness. There is quite a bit of work to do there. So we wanted to make sure the partnership was still in favor of us being there, and they are in full support. And so we would ask your support of this amendment.
So move.
We've got a motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
Second.
We've got a second. Okay. Any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Mr. Mayor, floor is yours.
So I just wanted to give an extra shout out. I mean, the three initials name of a LLC doesn't convey sometimes the folks behind it. There's a gentleman, his name is Hal Kaplan. He's not from here, but he was in the business of putting Head Start centers in place and renting them back to school districts. He does it in a multi-state area. And I got to know him years ago when I was in the real estate business. And when this center, the Charleston County School District terminated its lease with him in 2018, I just called him out of the blue. I hadn't talked to him in a few years, and I called him. I said, "Would you let us use this building?" And he, without hesitation, he did ask us to pay the insurance and kind of the insurance and the taxes, but he hadn't charged us a penny of rent in now 4 years' time. And I just want to thank him for the record for his generosity and allowing us to use the facility. He does plan, by the way, to redevelop the site. As you know, things are happening in that block, and he's working on some plans. So this may be the last extension we get from him and his family, and that's why the impetus is on, as you know, to build a permanent Hope Center location up on Cunnington. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that. Thank you very much.
Sounds great. Thank you, Mayor. Any other discussion?
Just for clarification, so the city is responsible for $33,000 worth of HVAC system repair as part of this lease. Is that my understanding correct there?
So that was an initial estimate. It'll be slightly lower than that. I think our estimate has come back at around 20,000, council member. However, you will see tomorrow, if you haven't already, in your Ways and Means package, a full budget for this center, because in order for staff to move in and for us to continue to serve the clients there, there's much work that needs to be done. And so, yes, we've been fortunate in that we've been able to find the HVAC for about 20 instead of the 33, but that was the original estimate.
Still a really good deal.
It is.
And council member, it's clear that Mr. Kaplan, his only intent with the building after our usage is to tear it down. So he clearly, is not going to invest any more money in it. And so if we want to use it, we got to make do with whatever we got there.
Sure.
All right. Any other comments, questions, discussion? Hearing none, let's vote on it. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Hearing none, the ayes have it. The final item on our agenda is an annexation over on Johns Island. I am going to need to recuse myself from this item, but backed by popular demand, the former chair of the real estate committee, let's give the people what they want. Councilman Shade, please take it away.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For our next item on the agenda is a annexation located at 2863 Maybank Highway, located on Johns Island. Mr. Morgan, can you give us a little bit of insight on this proposed annexation?
And Ms. Jones is going to handle this one.
All right. Everybody's passing the baton, looks like, today.
I know it. It's okay. So this one is the Low Tide Brewing on Johns Island. As you can see on there, it's a 1.83 acres. Currently, it's a commercial property, and of course, our recommended is going to be general business. But 2863 Maybank, it'll be a good one for us.
Does this count towards your first annexation success story, Ms. Jones?
This counts towards the first. This will be, I guess, technically my third. Hopefully, once it goes through. So we'll be very excited to see this one come all the way through the process.
Well, I still got to hook up with you to go with some thoughts and suggestions I have as well. All right. I'll entertain a motion first to approve this annexation. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Mr. Mayor, is there a second?
Second.
Any questions for Ms. Jones about this property? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? The ayes have it. I believe, Mr. Chairman, unless you want to take the reins back over, we can adjourn.
Let's close it on out. I don't think we broke a record today, but we did the people's business pretty quickly today.
Actually, Ross, we got started at 2:05, so 9 minutes.
I'll take
Keeping tabs.
I'll take a single digit minute committee hearing. That sounds good to me. Well, guys, thanks everybody, council members, mayor, staff, everybody. And I'll see everybody at, or a group of y'all at Public Works. Thank y'all.
Thank y'all. Bye-bye.